I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And just for clarification, this is the Organizational Board of Education meeting. Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Berman?
Here.
Mr. Manfredi?
Here.
Mrs. Stone?
Here.
Mr. Townsend?
Here.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Here.
All right. We need an election of officers. We'll start with president. I need nominations.
I'd like to nominate John Manfredi.
I'll second.
Anyone else? Motion by Linda.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Thank you. I need a motion. In fact, I'm going to make this motion. For vice president, I'd like to nominate Linda Stone.
I'll second.
Dan and Jeff. Any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes. Can I go with myself?
Yes.
Yes.
You're allowed.
You're allowed.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
And Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Congratulations.
All right.
Thank you.
We need a first and a second motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Brian,
I'll second.
Linda. Any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes. Okay, reorganization items. I need a motion to approve liaisons for the committees before I'll make a motion in a second. I'm just going to read the committees. And now we have Brandon that we want to add to. Legislation liaison was Mrs. Stone. OSBA representative was Mr. Berman. OSBA alternate was Linda. Record Reviews Commission was Brian and John. Educational Foundation was Linda, Jody, myself, Dan, and Brian. So
I
if
would
we're
like-
going to go from
oh,
the
sorry.
top, Mrs. Stone, are you going to stay liaison?
Sure.
Okay. OSBA rep, Mr. Berman.
Yes.
Mrs. Stone, are you the alternate?
Sure.
Brian, you and I for records review, yes?
Sure. Yes.
Yes, okay. Educational Foundation, I'm willing to stay.
I'm going to remove myself. I have a hard time getting there in the morning.
Okay,
Same with me.
okay. We don't have Mrs. Miller. Brandon, do you want to be added to that?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Beth, those are the only committees that we need to approve, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So I need a first, I'll make that, and a second.
I'll second.
Brian. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Okay. Meeting schedule as listed.
So moved.
Dan,
I'll second it.
Linda. Any discussion? The November,
Yeah,
the
there's
November meeting, is that during OSBA? Because we normally do it the third week.
So it's.
We're not sure because they changed it this year, so we had to change the board
So we'll
meeting.
leave it there and we'll change it later?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we need to, yes.
Okay, very good. Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Okay. Depositories are Star Bank and Huntington National Bank. I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Dan, any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Legal notices, we use the News Herald and Jaga Maple Leaf. I
So
need a
moved.
first and a second.
I'll second it.
I need a first.
Dan,
Dan was the
Oh,
first.
Dan, I'm sorry.
I jumped
My
the gun.
mistake.
it's not a good start to your new term.
Any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
And Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Tax budget, motion to approve the fiscal 2027 alternate tax budget. I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Brian. Any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes. Oh, man. Whew. Okay. Financial amendments. I have to read these, so. Motion to authorize the treasurer to amend the certificate of estimated resources appropriations with the county auditor, with such amendments to be presented for approval by the board at the next regular or special meeting, to make payments of all bills and invoices due with a monthly listing certified by the treasurer shall be presented to the board at the next regularly scheduled meeting, to make adjustments, transfers, and addition modifications to budget, revenue, and appropriations accounts as necessary to update and close fiscal year end, to forward resolution, to request advances of first and second half collection from the Geauga County Auditor, Geauga County Treasurer, requesting direct wire transfers with designated depositories. I will make the motion.
I'll second.
Dan, any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Legal counsel, Western Herd, Bricker Grayson, Enos Britt.
So moved.
Brian?
I'll second it.
Okay. And any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Miss, yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Reorganizational items. Motion to waive the public reading of the Board of Education minutes for all meetings during each year. Each member of the board shall receive copies of the minutes from the previous meeting in advance of the next regular meeting. I will make that motion.
I will second.
Dan, any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
And Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Superintendent and treasurer travel. Motion to approve the attendance and expenditures of funds for the superintendent and treasurer and their staff at their approval to attend in-service meetings, conferences, clinics, workshops within the state of Ohio during 2026.
So moved.
Dan,
Second.
Brian, any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Motion to approve the following groups to be retained at district liability policy, eligible school groups at appropriate rate determined by the insurance company, if any, the Athletic Boosters, American Field Service, Berkshire PTO, Toonbackers, Berkshire Operation Post Prom. I will make the motion.
I'll second it.
Linda, any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes. Substitute list. Motion to approve substitute list submitted by the Educational Service Center of Northeast Ohio.
So moved.
I'll
Dan?
second.
Brian? Any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Townsend,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Mr. Berman,
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi,
Yes.
Mrs. Stone.
Yes.
Okay. Superintendent offers of employment. To authorize the superintendent to during periods when the board is not in session to make offers of employment directly to the candidates for either teaching or non-teaching positions on behalf of the board, and to acknowledge acceptance of those offers on behalf of the board, subject to subsequent votes of ratification by the board, provided, however, that upon ratification by the board, the employee shall be deemed effective as of the date and the time of employee's acceptance of the superintendent's offer. Nothing in the resolution shall require the Board of Education to employ or continue to employ the individual who has not provided a criminal record satisfactory to the board and who has not satisfied any other prerequisite of employment created by law or board policy. The authorization provided by this resolution shall commence January 1 of 2026 and remain in effect till January 15th, 2027. I make the motion.
I didn't catch that. Can you repeat that? John? I'll
I
second.
think that's a second by Dan. Weisenheimer. Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Mr. Berman,
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi,
Yes.
Mrs. Stone,
Yes.
and Mr. Townsend.
Yes.
Boy.
You could always do as stated, no? Or no?
This is the last long one.
Boy.
Motion to approve the following resolution to authorize the superintendent on behalf of the board to accept all resignations which have been submitted by employees during times when the board is not in session, subject to ratification by the board, provided, however, that the ratification by the board, such as resignations, shall be deemed effective as of the date and time of the superintendent's acceptance. The authorization provided by the resolution shall commence January 1, 2026, and remain in effect through January 15th, 2027.
So moved.
Second.
Dan,
I'll second it.
Linda. Any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Berman,
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi,
Yes.
Mrs. Stone,
Yes.
Mr. Townsend,
Yes.
and Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Okay. I make the motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
Brian will second. Any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Manfredi,
Yes.
Mrs. Stone,
Yes.
Mr. Townsend,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Mr. Berman.
Yes.
Okay.
Time is 6:13 PM. Okay. Organizational meeting has been completed. I don't have to do Pledge of Allegiance again. Do we need to do roll call, Beth?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. All right. We are now at the regular board meeting, Board of Education meeting. I need an approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Dan,
I'll second.
Brian. Any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Berman,
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi,
Yes.
Mrs. Stone,
Yes.
Mr. Townsend,
Yes.
and Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
Linda, any discussion? Roll call, please, Beth.
Mr. Manfredi, why am I having a
I know
hard
him.
name tonight?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone,
Yes.
Mr. Townsend,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
and Mr. Berman.
Yes.
John, student and staff presentation.
Okay, at this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Franks, high school principal, to introduce our presentation from Berkshire High School.
Mr. President, Board of Education, thank you for hosting Berkshire High School tonight. We are excited to tell you a little bit more about our advanced placement as well as College Credit Plus psychology program. I'm going to introduce to you Mrs. Stephanie Franks, our teacher, and then our star pupils over here who will also be telling you about some of the authentic learning projects within that classroom. We have Campbell Hoare on the far end, Law Holland in the middle, and Miss Stella Morgan there, last but not least.
Thank you for giving us a few minutes to talk about what we do every day. Dr. Sutter, do you happen to have the presentation or?
I do. You just tell me when you want the next slide.
Yeah, go for it. You can go ahead and start. I don't want to bore you because I know you'd rather hear from the students, but I just really quickly wanted to touch on some of the things that we talk about in CCP and AP psychology. Since 2017, high school, college, and AP have the same standards. They're at just different levels, basically. So our CCP and AP curriculum is very much aligned. A lot of times I think when you think of psychology, you only think of mental health, but it's a really robust field. And so they're here to share some of the projects that they've done and some of the learning that we do in class. With it being a college level class as well as an AP class, everything we do is at the top levels of Bloom taxonomy. And a lot of the projects that we're going to show have to do with the biological basis of behavior, because that's the unit we finished before the break. You can go ahead and move on. A few reasons why I love the fact that we're able to offer psychology to our students is I really do feel like it builds a lot of those soft skills that kids need for life that is very much aligned with our district's missions. It really helps students develop and improve upon their study skills that's appropriate for high school, but really appropriate for college on basically how memory works. It teaches kids how to be effective leaders, how to be a good employee, a good friend, a good partner, et cetera, really just a good human. They also learn how the mind works and what theories explain our behavior. And I probably should have said this, but really what psychology is, it's the study of why do we think the way that we do and why do we behave the way that we do, right? This does allow them to get college credit or obviously advanced placement. It allows them to be critical consumers and objective thinkers. There isn't another science that a student will take that stretches their ability to be literate basically with data. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is although psychology is in the history department, it's 20% of an MCAT. For any student that's going into medical school, it's a huge advantage to take a psychology class. So I've talked plenty. I'd love to turn it over to some of my fantastic students. If you want to go ahead and advance, I think Steph Morgan is up first.
Good evening. I appreciate the opportunity to speak tonight about psychology offered at Berkshire High School. My name is Stella Morgan, and I'm currently enrolled in the AP Psych class. So one project that I really enjoyed and helped me understand biological concepts was the superhero project. So for this assignment, we chose a neurotransmitter and created a superhero whose powers were based on what the neurotransmitter did in our body. So I chose endorphins, which are the body's natural painkillers. So Mrs. Franks taught us that having too little endorphins can cause someone to feel more pain than is necessary, but then having too many endorphins can be dangerous because people don't feel pain at all. So my superhero was called Captain Endorphino, and he has a secret serum that when people take it, they feel reduced physical pain, their mood is boosted, and they stay calm under pressure. So typically they would take this serum after, say, going for a run when you get your runner's high or after lifting weights. So I really enjoyed designing and coloring my superhero and applying what I learned in class to my character's strengths, weaknesses, and just creating the storyline. So this helped me understand how endorphins affect people in real life situations like stress, exercise, and performance. So overall, projects like this show us why AP Psych is such a valuable class to have offered at Berkshire High School. It encourages students to think creatively, apply what we learn, and connect what we learned inside the classroom to our experiences outside the classroom. Thank you.
Thank you.
So my name is Law Holland, and I'm going to talk to you about a project we did called the Zombie Brain Menus. So the idea behind this was to pick like a couple of parts of the brain and their functions, and kind of make a menu explaining their functions and like how they can physically help you. So this project was a PBL that was group based. So mine is the one I believe on the left. So within this project, we used AI to create these those little pictures of our foods. And so we used AI in a beneficial academic setting to where it was ethical to use. So we didn't use it to answer our questions, but it helped us understand the functions and where exactly the functions come from within the brain. This was a fun, enticing, and creative way to understand the functions of the brain and come up with little captions about our little foods that we created. So, yeah. Thank you.
Clever, very clever.
We haven't gotten to this yet, so I'll quickly talk about it. The biological basis is a huge part of the AP psychology exam. So one way that we practice is I always say that like if you understand where something is, you understand the brain part better. So we do dissect sheep brains. We'll do that right before spring break. So that's just a picture of that.
Hi, my name is Campbell Hoare. I took the AP CCP psychology course last year, so I'm sort of covering things that this year's class hasn't gotten to. So one of our major projects that we did last year was look at different study methods, and we made posters and slideshows and presented them to the freshman class to teach them not to cram their homework and to spread it out over multiple days, just so they can develop good study habits and like what we learned. So really good way to help encourage them through their high school career on the best ways to study. And then towards like the last month of our time in class together, we all went to the Cummings Center for History Psychology in the National Museum of Psychology in Akron. So in the pictures you can see where we're sitting down, we're actually looking at records from mental hospitals, like from the 1800s. So we got to go through and look at them. Like one of the main things that they had some people admitted for was like vomiting, just very odd things that you would not typically think of admitting to a psychiatric hospital today. We also got to look at some really cool experiments like the Bobo doll. So we got to see that in person, and a bunch of us got fun Bobo doll t-shirts. And then we also got to sit on Freud's chaise lounge together. So it was just a really fun experience being able to actually go out and see apply what we learned in class and to the real world and see the objects come to life. Thank you.
And that's it. Thank you so much for giving us a few minutes to talk about psych.
Thank you.
You guys.
Great job, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. It's great to see, along with all of the workforce pathways that we study, we still have many kids that are also still on the college pathway, and they're taking AP and CCP courses and advanced psychology courses. So we're proud of all of the opportunities we offer for all of our students.
I know it's early and it's okay not to know the answer, but are we using this in our future? Do we know yet? Are we undecided? Any thoughts? Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah. And what's your first name? Campbell. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You guys are free to go. You don't have to stay.
Yeah, you don't have to, we're not grading you on stage.
But if you did, it would be an A or outstanding.
Did you guys know that Campbell also helped us develop our agribusiness pathway?
No.
Campbell went on school visits with us to help to set that program up as well.
Campbell, are you Joel's daughter? Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Would have been a good guess. Okay, we are at the point of the meeting for public participation. We ask you to come forward and speak into the microphone and please be respectful. Okay. We move on to the treasurer's report.
Let the record reflect the treasurer submitted a statement to the board and to the superintendent showing the revenues and receipts, the sources derived, the various appropriations made by the board, the expenditures and disbursements, the purposes and balances remaining in each fund. The financial statements for the period ending December 2025 has been submitted subject to audit and includes the financial summary, appropriation and revenue summary, check register recap, and reconciliation. Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the following donations? We have Christopher and Sarah Cervenka. They donated $1,100 to the elementary PBIS. We had 2 mini grants from the Retired Teachers Association for $250 each. Marie Lovis to the Educational Foundation for $1,000. Linda and Daniel Stone donated $200 to each building for a total of $600. And Greg and Kelly Reinhardt donated $250 to the Get Out with Gil program.
So moved.
Brian, I'll second. Any discussion? We always want to
Yes,
thank
thanks, everybody.
people that support the school in whatever way possible, to do what's best for our kids. So we want to thank them all. Okay, roll call, please.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the following financial amendments? We had a then and now invoice to Preston, and then 4 appropriation changes. Title I, $871.52. Title IIA, $1,025.03. Title IVA, $95.87, and $100,000 to the Educational Foundation.
So moved.
I'll second.
Dan, any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beth. John, superintendent's report.
I would like to request a motion to approve the following certified and classified personnel as listed.
So moved.
Dan,
Second.
Brian, any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
I would like to request a motion to approve the equipment and use grant for equipment from Auburn Career Center under the Super Rapids Grant Program through the Ohio Department of Higher Education, which will be used mainly for our workforce education pathways, but as well as for some adult learning options and for some student summer options.
So moved.
Dan, I'll second. Any discussion?
John, can you explain a little bit what that entails?
Sure, there's some Snap-on tool equipment that our students can earn certain certifications. I believe hydraulic and pneumatics and circuits and electricity and what Vanessa, what other ones that were?
Good deal.
And then we also have some basic welding equipment that'll come with that as well.
Awesome.
Okay.
Did we do
Beth,
the
roll
motion?
call, please.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
And Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
I'd like to request a motion to approve an overnight trip of 40 Berkshire High School students to the Flight 93 National Memorial in Storytown, Pennsylvania. It'll be an overnight stay in Pittsburgh, October 7th and 8th of 2026.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Brian. John Franks, How do you choose 40 high school students?
I'm working with my department chair, Mr. Eric Jakes, to come up with an application process. We don't want to dissuade anybody, but we'll put a little application process in place. 40, so this is an all-expense paid trip from the Gary Sinise Foundation.
That's awesome.
We were contacted by Mrs. Barbara Titus, who lives in Burton. I'm not
Great.
familiar with her, but she's on she works with the finance department of the Gary Sinise Foundation. So there was 40 people on flight 93, so they are covering all costs, hotel, bus, everything to the ponchos and the greens for 40 of our students for these.
Wow.
That's
We're gonna
great.
have an application process together. We'll let the upperclassmen apply first.
Are we allowed, as board members, can we apply too?
We need 4 to 6 chaperones, and you gotta fight the high school principal for one of them. And you know how to dispense medication as a skill.
There we go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just checking how we can,
Okay.
apport. Thank you. Any further questions? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
I would like to request a motion to appoint Roger Miller as the Berkshire Local School District Representative to Auburn Career Center for a 3-year term beginning January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2029.
So moved.
Second.
Brian. Any discussion? Roll call, Beth.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes. Thank you, John. Okay. I guess this is kind of old business since he was just sworn in tonight, but I want to welcome Brandon Townsend to our board. We thank you for putting your name in and wanting to help out the school. I'm grateful that you're here, and we look forward to having you on the board.
Thank you.
I guess that goes the same for John for another term.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Him? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he will miss Jody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's just a number. Okay, I don't know whether you consider this old or new, but Beth, I have some questions that I want to ask in concerns with what's happening in Columbus and locally. So I put it so I won't forget. Beth and John. Okay. What do you believe the number is? And I know everything is so preliminary right now, with being able to calculate the numbers. But what do you calculate at 2026 and 2027 and onward as far as what we're going to have available to us?
So House Bill 183 is definitely going to hurt us. We're still working on the calculation. Nobody really knows how Department of Taxation is going to calculate this. They're still interpreting it. I was at some professional development on Friday, and it's kind of a big guessing game right now. So the estimates have been as high as 1.6 million that we're going to lose. My calculation is a little over $1 million. I think they're, it's between $1 and $1.2 million. We should have that nailed down in the next couple weeks. But we will not get the official calculation until April because the law doesn't go into effect till March. And then Department of Taxation has to go ahead and figure out how to calculate this credit. And essentially, you're not allowed to show growth if you're at the 20 mil floor over what the inflation factor is. And we're going to go through this at the February forecast. The problem is for the May ballot, the deadlines are So we would have to do a resolution of necessity prior to January 22nd. And essentially, that's asking for the dollar amount that whatever would create. And then the resolution to proceed would have to be done by February 3rd, because it has to be filed by February 4th. Our board meeting isn't till the 9th, and that's when I'll present the forecast to you. I will tell you, based on, if I figure it's going to be $1 million that we're going to lose, previously we're going to go into the negative in 28. That's now bumping up to am I saying that right? No, I'm sorry. In 28, we would go into the negative. So we would be put on a 60-day plan. So I think you guys need to be proactive in at least doing that resolution of necessity, whether you decide it be a property tax or an income tax. Do keep in mind that the potential for property taxes to be abolished in November is probably going to be on the ballot. So I am recommending, I think Dr. Stoddard agrees, that an income tax is the best bet. I will tell you, I've gotten calls from several schools asking how income tax works, because we're one of the only districts that really do it in this area. I think I have 5 schools that I've talked to that are considering the income tax now.
And you're specifically talking about earned income tax.
Yeah, I would suggest keeping it the same. I think a 0.5, an additional 0.5% would make up for that House Bill 183.
Okay.
It's hard to recover $1 million at the stroke of a pen,
Question for you then. If we, and by the way, board, Beth has wrote up a resolution because I asked her to. But if we do go to the ballot in May and we move our way through to do that before February 3rd, whether you pass it in May or whether you pass it in November, collections don't start until 2027. Is that right?
right, 1/1/27, it would go into effect. So it'll take us 18 months to realize that full amount.
So, fellow board members, if we approve the first resolution this evening, if we do that, there's no guarantee we're going to put it on the ballot in May anyway. It's just that we're here, and if we don't do it, you're going to have additional meetings in order to pass that resolution for it to be on the May ballot. Is it better that it's on the May ballot in November? Listen, I can't tell you. I know all I can tell you is in 2018, we passed a bond issue in May. That's what I can tell you.
Yep.
And that, just for the record, is May better than November? May will be a primary. You are going to have, in November, you're going to have governor and some congressional, and that's what you're going to have on the ballot. So how people will come out and vote for it, I can't tell you. But I can tell you that if we do nothing, May or November, that you're looking at some serious financial problems. We said this a year ago. Nothing has changed in the year that we talked about this. Especially me. I've said plenty. That's my first discussion on the first resolution. Beth, I want to ask you on the collection of the millage for the bond issue. Where are we at for millage now?
So the Budget Commission set it at 2.45.
So we've dropped again.
Yes.
Okay. If for those
Can
of
you
you
explain
either
that?
on a call or that. We originally started at 365, and we are now down to 245 on collection of that. That can't be changed unless we would vote for another bond issue, which we have no need to do, but that's the collection we have. Okay, there's one other thing I want to bring up, and we'll circle back to the resolution. And this has to do with Miss Vanessa. Since you're here, and I'm going to ask you. I had asked you today, actually last week, on what we've collected in grants and foundation money that has come back to the school. The numbers you have given me are as follows. We have $447,976.02 that have come through grants or awards through foundations. We have $115,000 in corporate giving and project giving. Kokosing was one of those people. And we had $63,835 given to us. Is that part of the engineering and design of the sidewalk project? Is that what I'm reading?
No, the balance of the $115,000 that you spoke of, the $90,000 was a proposing donation, and then we received $25,000 in free support at no cost to us as a community project through ODEC, Columbus ODEC, that we secured to
Okay.
help us determine and develop our safe routes to schools plan so we can move forward with more grant applications.
Right. Okay. So the total on those are $626,811.02.
And I'll just clarify your figure, if that's okay, Mr. Manfredi, the 63,000.
$835, you said.
Thank you. 63,835 is a compilation of dollars as well as services and grants that we receive through nonprofit organizations and nonprofit partnership giving. For example, an example of that is we received $30,000 from the Writing Revolution, Hoffman Method, which is a nonprofit organization which supports teachers, but we received $30,000 in free support to train 17 of our staff, teachers and administrators. So that compilation is a variety of different figures, but that is an example. Another example is the Ohio Arts Council in partnership with Fairmont Arts provides the music and arts therapies for our special education students. And that is a nonprofit giving that we built a partnership. They apply for the grant, but the grant benefits us, or we collaborate in writing those grants together so that we obtain those services at no cost for disability.
So, thank you, by the way. On top of that number that I just gave you, the 626, we also received a grant for $915,000 that we use for renovation of the new campus, and that was secured through Senator O'Brien. And John, just a question on that. What did we have to do in order to gain that funding, that grant?
We work through our lobbyists at Credo. We applied for the one-time community improvement funding through the state.
Okay, so when you look at the campus that we're on across the street from Preston, that campus was basically done with grant money, not to mention the purchase of that. We had a donation from Preston, Pat Preston specifically, of $750,000, which is what paid for that property. And now that he is there, he pays rent to us. So the reason I bring this up for those of you who are here and those of you who are watching, it's not like we're sitting waiting for the state to make decisions on how we get funding. We are aggressively going after any grants, foundations. If I don't text or email Vanessa at least once a month, it's more than that, of anything that I might see. So we're very aggressive. And if somebody questions staff members and what they do, that's a pretty simple one to figure out, regardless of what she has done since she has been here. She should be applauded for that. And she's not done. And the sidewalk project specifically is something that's a pet of mine. You know, that's for the safety of our kids. That's what that's for. And it's not going to be easy for us to get the grant money for it. I never said it would be. It never is. But we are looking at, it'll benefit the community. It isn't just about the school. Because putting sidewalks down Clarendon Troy, while it's for the benefit of our kids, it's for the benefit of the community as well. So
We also have another $600,000+ grant in the works for our work study program that will renovate the garage between here and Kent State to create some more workforce programs as well. For 9 years now, since I've been here, Beth and I we talk every day about what we can do so that we don't have to go back to the ballot. And that's why, aside from, obviously we needed to go to the ballot to build this facility, but other than that, it's been 30 years since we've gone to the ballot for new money. I mean, granted, a PI renewal had happened since 1989, but that wasn't new money. But it's no coincidence that's what we do. We look for ways to supplant funding. And then when we hired Vanessa, that's exactly what we asked her to do. Like, people are the most important things to us here. I mean, we could have the greatest math textbooks in the world, but they don't teach kids. People teach kids. So we need to find ways to keep those people. So we do the best we can to supplant, and we continue to do that. And so what Beth and I could do on our own was one thing, and we were finding things and finding ways, but when we were able to bring Vanessa on board who could focus on that, we were able to do even more. So the reason we've been able to stay off the ballot for new money is because of the efforts we're putting in, and we're pounding the pavement, and we're looking for every little grant or donation or opportunity that we can get. And when you find a great partner like the Prestons who give the way they do, that's helpful. And also the Eprics at Great Lakes Cheese who give the way they do. And then Kokosing with Greg Reinhardt was able to help us get that. But we're not stopping there either, because we're building workforce programs for Great Lakes Cheese and for Duramax Marine and for Preston Superstore and for Coonley Brothers Trucking, who also donated $125,000 to Berkshire, who we didn't count in any of those figures. So the fact that we are partnering and we are delivering a service that they need, and they're then supporting us on the backside to be able to help with that. And that's the way we're going to survive. We fully understand the tax burden that our community has on them. We just want people to understand that that's their state legislators shifting that burden from the state to the local taxpayer. In 1997, when the state funding formula was declared unconstitutional, the state was funding 47% of public school. Today, the state is funding between 32 and 35% of public schools. So when people look at their tax bill and they say, my taxes went up and most of that goes to schools, the reason theirs is going up is because the state's deciding to send a smaller share. And there are and they're working off the assumption, which they know full well isn't true, that we're receiving more when we're not. So it shifts that burden. So what people don't understand is we're bringing in roughly the same amount, is just more coming from the local people than the state. And that's what's causing this issue. If the state would bump and share their 50%, then we wouldn't be in this issue.
Technically too, John, I want to be clear, I want to be correct on this, so correct me if I'm wrong. The way we've set up our busing, we are on a single route bus schedule, morning and afternoon. Technically, that's at a state minimum. The only difference is we pick up kids that may be above the age of a state minimum, but that's where the routes that we're running, we're only running it once, and that's what we would have to do to meet state minimum anyway.
The state minimum is that you transport anyone who lives outside of 2 miles as the crow flies from your campus. So the majority of our students live outside of 2 miles. So there's,
but the buses are
going to
coming-
a single tier system has definitely saved us in transportation, because we're not running those buses. It's saving in wear and tear on the buses as well, because it's one trip instead of multiple trips, and it's saving on fuel. So it's saving, but that's not what puts us at state minimum, but essentially moving to a state minimum wouldn't really benefit us, because the only thing we could eliminate would be high school transportation, but the buses are still going to those same areas to pick up the
same
younger
routes.
kids.
That's what my point was.
Yeah.
Even though we may pick up kids that are closer than 2 miles to the school, the buses have to
pass
run
them anyway.
right past those routes to
Right.
pick those kids up. And yes, they're stopping, so there's some additional fuel and time. But we're technically, as far as my mind is concerned, on the minimum
Pretty much.
anyway. And when you count janitorial, mowing, plowing, busing, are all contract services, none of those employees are on our payroll, so they do not receive any of our benefits. This is things that we've done in order to save money throughout the years. This hasn't just happened. This is something that we've done. And when you look at those savings of not having those people on your payroll because you're not paying those benefits, that also should be looked at. When somebody says you need to cut your staff, we have. I mean, when you go to contract services, you did cut your staff, and it's a substantial amount of money. Not to mention, for Beth and John, they can focus and concentrate on what this building is supposed to do, and that's educate our kids. The only other contract service we could ever look at would be food service. And actually, Beth, I'm going to make a statement with this, and you correct me if I'm wrong. We have to provide food service regardless if we were doing what you would call a state minimum. Now, we do provide food service for the older kids, but these people have to be here to provide the food service anyway.
Plus, our food service has been doing really well in this building. The participation is way up.
So they must like the food.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's sustaining itself right now.
So I wanted to bring those things up. Again, it's kind of under old business, but I want our board to know, our public to know, that it's not that we're sitting waiting for things to happen and commiserating because of what people do outside of our district and at the state level. We're going to find a way to educate our kids to the best of our ability. So.
And here's the problem with that. Those last 20 minutes needs to get heard by every resident of this district. And that is the only chance in heck that we can pass anything on a ballot. And I know no matter how much effort we put forth, that's not going to happen to land on everybody's lap. But I think it's important that we make an effort to have periods outside of the board meetings where this information is available and discussed. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know the details of what I'm saying right now, but I think the only way we have a chance to pass anything on a ballot is so people understand why we're asking for more money. Because every reason that we give can be validated, is viable, is important. We know we're doing the right thing. We're not being lazy and not trying to save this district money. But nobody else that isn't paying attention knows that. And nobody else not paying attention is understanding any of the state legislature changes. I mean, if I wasn't up here, I don't know if I'd be paying attention to it. So I think no matter what we do, whether we try to get something on the ballot in May or November, we need to put considerable effort into trying to get this information out and disseminated, no matter what that looks like.
And the other thing is, those of you who are out there, please come and ask us questions. Don't assume that you know what's going on, because school financing in general is difficult. But there's so many things that we are required to do, and Beth is required to do, that have to make it work, and it's getting more challenging by the minute. But don't assume things, ask. We are all willing to answer your questions, spend some time explaining things to you as we try to figure it out. But this, like Dan says, this is very important right now. We love our school and we want to continue doing all the things we can, but we definitely are going to need your help. And so please, like Dan says, take this very seriously.
Yeah, and I would bet that if we sat 5 people down in a room and explained all this, 3 out of those 5 would say, yeah, that makes sense. I'm on board. There's going to be people that just say no, no matter what. I get that, but it's those on the line voters that, if they understood full scope of what we're up against and what we're asking for, I would bet that we could lean them in the direction that would help float the school for some more years. So again, I think we need to put boots on the ground or have additional meetings. I don't know, do something to get this as much out and in public as possible.
And it's not just us, it's lots of schools. Like Beth,
Correct.
you think this last bill, this House Bill 183 will affect probably like 200 schools in the state of Ohio.
Yeah, I mean, everybody that was on the 20 mil floor, and then, there was additional legislation that changed the calculation of the 20 mil floor. Where fixed sum levies, or emergency levies, as they used to be called, are now being counted towards the 20 mil floor. So essentially, we took a standardized calculation, and now there's a whole bunch of different floors for different districts, which is frustrating.
So again, those of you who are out there maybe watching, we will go anywhere to meet with anybody at any time and go through numbers, finance, whatever you want to hear. We did it with the bond issue. And when you go back to the bond issue, May of 2018, everything we said we would do, we did. And we have carried it through. This is 2026. So we're less than 10 years. You've already dropped 1.2 mils on your taxation for this building in less than 10 years. And we haven't been in this building 10 years. That's just since you approved the May bond issue. With that being said, it's not that we haven't followed through with what we said we would do. We watch our finances. We go after grants. We continue to pave the way and do what we're supposed to do. So the 5 of us are committed to go and meet anyone, anywhere, because we are going to need additional money. It's the same thing I said a year ago, and here we are again. And the numbers from a year ago till now, it's gotten more severe of what we're going to lose.
Yep.
Is there anybody else that has any comments? Okay. John, I guess we're to new business.
Yeah, for new business, I would like to recognize that it is Board Members Recognition Month. And as such, I would like to present each of you with a certificate in sincere appreciation for your exemplary leadership and service to our schools. So let me give each of you.
Am I a buzzkill before we get our?
Yeah, right.
This small token of our appreciation.
Thank you.
For service.
It's only my first day.
You get one on your first day.
First day gets one.
That's the way to do it.
That's awesome.
Don't worry, we're gonna make you work for it, so don't worry.
Do you think like state school board members voted to have a recognition month for themselves? Like on a state or national level or something?
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So we appreciate everything that you do and the meetings you attend and the decisions you make and the trust that you put in us to lead the school district. And I will say, we have met every goal that we set. We are using project-based learning like we said we were going to do. We do have a strong workforce development program like we said we were going to have. Our report card scores have increased like we said they would increase. When I first started this job 9 years ago, we were in the neighborhood of 2.5 star. Well, we're now 4, teetering on 4.5, and I think maybe able to achieve the 5 star here very soon in that metric. And we're a leader in workforce development. Beth and I and Vanessa and John get called by not only other schools, but businesses asking how they can set up workforce development pathways the way we do it. So we're doing great things and we will find a way. And, it's not a coincidence that legislators want to push school consolidation. If you read the story that came out, there are 605 school districts in Ohio, but certain legislators think there should be 88. What else are there 88 of in Ohio? They want county-wide school systems. So what I would ask the people in Geauga County is, do you want a county-wide school district? Because that's what our state legislators are pushing us toward. And they don't want to be the ones that do it because they don't want people coming to their offices. They're going to strangle us until we don't have the funding left, and we're forced to do it so that we take the beating for it. And then you're going to end up with a single school district in each county.
That's what I said 14 years ago. Do you know that? That's how long that's been. And when you look at Berkshire, I know I'm driving the point home and I'm sorry, but we have been consolidating since I got here, and it's not because of me. It was board members before me. You closed Clarendon and Troy schools, you merged them into one campus, then Ledgemont came along and you merged them into this district. Long before anybody else was doing this, we were doing it, and we didn't wait for things to happen. And I guarantee you, we're not going to wait for this. We're going to keep moving and pushing so that we're not in any type of receivership with the state. That is not what we want, and we're not going to have it happen. But I'm also not going to cut education to our kids because that's our main focus, and that's what we're supposed to do. So with that being said, I said I would circle back to a resolution. Beth, I'd like you to read what you put together, please.
So it would be a motion to approve a resolution of necessity of estimated tax rates for an earned income tax of 0.50% under the Ohio Revised Code, Section 5748.02.
Okay. I ask that I'm going to make that motion.
And that would be, to clarify, that would be for the May 5th, 2026 election.
We have to, right? If we do it now, it'd be May.
Well, you could wait till November. This isn't, and if we make this motion tonight,
Make the
Yes.
motion.
it's not to say,
For sure.
it's not to say we're even gonna have it on the May ballot. It's
Nope.
just that we're moving towards doing it. If we have other ideas and things change between now, and we can always cancel.
Meaning if we don't do this now, then we're not eligible to do
Can't
it
do it
on
in
May
May,
5th.
yeah.
Well, you have to have,
have to
we
have
have to have 2 resolutions by February 3rd. So we can have 2 more meetings, that's okay too. I'm up for anything. There's 5 of us here, so
So I'll send,
everybody has an
I'm gonna-
opinion.
I would send this resolution to the Department of Taxation. And then as soon as we get the estimates, then we would prepare another resolution and you would decide whether you would go on the ballot or
I
not.
think I'll second John's motion to sign this.
Any further discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
I think we should wait till November, so I'm going to say no.
Mrs. Stone?
I just think we have to right now. So yeah, yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
And Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, remember that we still have to,
2 more.
we still have to get more information that Beth is going to get. And once we do that, there's nothing that locks us into doing.
Mhm.
This just enables us. Okay,
So did you want to set a preliminary special meeting to get the results?
could we do 2 weeks from tonight if that works on everybody's schedule? Is that soon enough, Beth, or far enough out?
26.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to do it by February 3rd. So there's a meeting on the 9th of February.
Say we have the 26th.
I don't
or
think we would,
2nd.
next week, it would be too soon.
26th.
Listen, I don't want,
I think he was asking for January 26th.
Yeah, I think that would probably work.
yeah.
Oh, I will be out of town the 26th.
Does it have to be on a Monday?
The only reason I chose Monday was I thought, it kind of fits everybody's schedule because we do Monday meetings, but you could pick any day of the, we could pick any day of the week.
You could also do, if you wanted to stick with Monday, February 2nd.
But that's down to that we could do it then. That's-
Could.
What do I have? I won't be here February 2nd.
No.
So that would be a
Well,
bad
yeah.
day.
I guess it's not that day then.
I'm out the 26th through 28th of January.
You're out.
I am out of town. Yeah, so.
Well, I'd like to make sure all of us are
Mhm.
here because
Yeah.
I think it's important. So we
29th,
could pick another day.
I could do the 29th.
Thursday night,
Which one?
Thursday the 29th.
Is that fit for everybody?
Good for me.
January 29th on a Thursday, same time?
Same time.
Same time.
Okay, 6 PM. And Beth, but to Dan's point, I'm sure I'm kind of hitting everybody from left field because they're not prepared to really know all the numbers. If you could provide more information, and maybe by then you'll have more information from the state because things change so rapidly. I can understand anybody's reluctance.
So I should be able to present a forecast on the 29th.
Okay. And John, you'll assist her, correct?
Yep.
Thank you. Okay. Onward and upward. We are at
Board discussion.
an executive session. We need an executive session tonight about employment of a public employee. I'll make the motion.
Second.
Dan? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manirini?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
There will be no action to follow. Are we going
Go back to my office.
office? Okay. Oh, my legs. I don't normally sit that long. Except when I'm driving.
Right, yeah. Every day, got down there. Holy moly.
Thanks, Sam.
Family members of the victim need the tour.
Oh.
I don't think we've been there before. So that's the requesting place. So I don't like 300 yards from where the crash was, but the family members had a special code. So it's gonna be really neat.
I think that what
Matt, we ready?
Wake up.
Okay. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Brian,
I'll second it.
Linda, any discussion?
Mr. Berman,
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi,
Yes.
Mrs. Stone,
Yes.
Mr. Townsend,
Yes.
and Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Thank
8:10.
you.
Thank you all for coming. Don't rush the doors before you leave.